What's up, guys? It's Jim from NEPA Pizza Review, and you asked, I'm delivering. I put up a photo of Vodka Pizza. It looked a little something like this a little while back, and I received so many messages. It was actually unexpected because I didn't think it was the best looking pizza in the world. So many people asked me for the recipe and how I did it. This is the pizza, guys. This is the one you were asking about. And I'm going to tell you about it, how to make your vodka sauce from scratch and put this thing together right after this. I'm really excited to show you this vodka pizza recipe. One, because it's so good and impactful and you'll impress your friends, but two, it's so easy, it's ridiculous. So it's got, big time flair and flavor, but also so easy to make. Only a few ingredients to make vodka sauce. Now, if you make your own vodka sauce, just do that and skip ahead to when we're assembling the pizza, okay? But if you want to make your own vodka sauce at home, you need, of course, vodka. This is the cheap stuff here, so we'll leave the label backwards. You need some heavy cream, or some people like light cream, either way. And then some sort of tomato. I'm using Red Pack crushed tomatoes here. Whatever brand you like, you can use tomato sauce, whole peeled tomatoes. I like the crushed tomatoes because it gets the flavor into the sauce quicker. And then, you're going to blend it later to make it smooth, okay? And then if you also are going to need pancetta, but I'm going to use bacon because it's just as easy. I like a little onion in mine, so we peeled that, and also some fresh garlic. And those are the ingredients, and you can make it as fancy as you like, but that's all you need. So here's what we have. We have a 1/4 pound of bacon. Have about 1/4 of a small onion right here, diced up, and then 4 cloves of fresh garlic. So here's what we're going to do. I like to use a saucepan instead of a saute pan, but just so you can see a little bit easier, we're going to use, that's about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to throw the garlic in with the onion. You want to get your pan reasonably hot before you get started. And we'll let those brown up for just a second, and then we're going to add the bacon right to it. Here's the scoop, guys. We're just about there. Fat started to render. The edges are getting a little bit crispy. We're seeing some darker browns and things like that. I'm going to add, now you can add whatever seasonings you like. I'm going to add just a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. Give it a little more dimension to it. So you really need some flavor in there. Now we're just going to add the tomatoes. Okay. And again, I'm keeping this vodka sauce recipe as simple as possible. You can use fresh tomatoes from the garden. You can use whatever kind of tomatoes you want. And if you want to skip all these steps, I'm not endorsing this brand, but you could just go buy vodka sauce and dump it on. But this is just so much more rewarding, guys. We have this, the pan, everything's bubbling, simmering, back up to heat, and now we want to add some of the vodka in there. And I'm not going to get cute and flambe this, I don't think. I just don't need the mess or the hassle or the danger right now. So we're going to stir that in. We'll do it the lazy way. Let it all cook out, because if you don't cook the vodka out, it's going to taste terrible. Vodka, I can smell, has evaporated because it just doesn't smell like that anymore. So now we're going to go ahead and add, we're going to start with about a cup of cream, and you'll see it'll start taking on the look of some vodka sauce. We've added a full cup of heavy cream now, and I have the color that I desire here, sort of that orangey blush type of color. So there's only one more ingredient and one more step left. Because I use the saute pan, I've created myself an extra step. I've transferred the sauce into a mixing bowl so that I can hit with the immersion blender. You can do it in the pan but you're at high risk of spraying sauce everywhere, which is why I like to do it in a sauce pot. I like a very smooth vodka sauce, so I really hit it with this. And if you don't have an immersion blender, a regular blender does the job just fine. So don't think you need all these fancy tools to make vodka sauce. And now we finish with the locatelli cheese. That's my personal favorite. And we're going to break it up here. It's going to be about 1/4 cup of locatelli. All right, and there we have ourselves a finished vodka sauce ready for the pizza. So the sauce really, as you can see, isn't all that hard to make. And the pizza itself, assembling isn't that hard either. Now, dough is a whole nother story, so we're going to kind of save that for another day. This here is a 70% hydration dough made with a combination of all Trump's General Mills and 20% wheat germ. Because I was doing something really crazy, so you don't need to get as fancy as I am here. I'm doing some experiments, but get any dough. Get store-bought dough or make your own recipe. It doesn't matter if it's 60%, 70% hydration. Really does not matter. It doesn't matter if you make it New York style or in a pan. I'm using my favorite Lloyd Chicago pan. Lloyd pans are awesome. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to assemble it. And when I make a pan pizza, I like to make sure the cheese is all the way up to the edge, right? Because I like that sort of burnt, charred, caramelized edge on the cheese there. And this is 16 ounces, 1 pound of cheese I'm adding here to a 12-inch pizza, okay? So if you're making a larger or a smaller one, you will adjust accordingly. So I am using here straight grande mozzarella cheese, my favorite mozzarella cheese, bar none, on this one. What I like to do is 50% grande, 50% brick cheese, and that is a great blend for vodka pizza. Keeps it gooey underneath, but this is the perfect cheese if you don't have brick like myself tonight. You can also put some provolone in it, which makes it great too. I'm going to throw a little granulated garlic in it just because I happen to be a big garlic fan on there. And this is all you need to get started. This is a 2-bake process. We're going to go cook this while that crust is out par baking at about 550 degrees. We are going to cut up this grande fresh mozzarella. It's now you don't have to add fresh mozzarella to your vodka pizza. I just find it to be a nice touch on top. All right, here we go. Fully par baked. Let's see if we can get a little closer for you. Fully par baked, cooked around the edges. The dough can support its own weight, so it's not going to collapse on me when I put more ingredients on top. So it bounces back. And here's all that really needs to happen, guys. We're going to take our vodka sauce and we're going to put it on very liberally. Generous with it because we've made a rich one here, and it will reduce down some in the oven. And then all we're going to do is take that right up to the edge. Don't want anybody to get gypped on the vodka sauce that we work so hard on. Give it some nice color. All right, so that blush. A lot of people like to put parsley right in their sauce, and parsley is definitely necessary here. Unfortunately, my parsley plants are not ready for showtime, so we're going to use some dried parsley on top here. All right. And then we're going to put the grande fresh mozzarella right on there. Okay, and one thing I will say, if you buy fresh mozzarella in a container that has water, squeeze it out and dry it out. Don't put it on top of this cold, or I'm sorry, wet. And also you don't want it totally cold on here either. You want it nice and squeezed out and fairly dry. And also room temperature is actually optimal, so leave it out for an hour or two before. So the first bake we had took about 6 minutes on the par bake to melt the cheese and get it going. The second bake was about 3 minutes, and that was all it took to get there, just till, you know, we finished up the caramelized edge and you know, went from there. By the way, nothing ever sticks to these Lloyd pans. Always comes out beautiful and perfect. Just check out that edge there. So pizza looks good, but it's not ready for showtime. Needs a little dressing up, right? So we're gonna give it a little more richness by adding some of the locatelli on top. That's pecorino romano. We also need a little color, a little palate cleanser. We're gonna add some parsley. Get some green in there, right? And then finally, just to get a little more, we're going to go with some Belgioso Parmesan cheese on top. And as Emerald say, bam. That's how it's done, guys. Little vodka pizza for you. So I hope that helped you learn a little bit about vodka pizza and how simple it is. It's rich, it's delicious, and it's easy to make, and you can modify it to your liking however you want. I like a saucy one like we have here. And look at that, just oozing richness, and I can't wait to get down to business on this thing. So please tell me how you like to make it. If this is your first time, please send me photos. Where's your favorite vodka pizza in NEPA or anywhere? Let me know. Love to hear from you. Love to see your creations. Hit me up in the comments. Message me with any questions or comments. Always appreciate it. Love to talk pizza whenever I get a chance. So until next time, guys, I'm Jim from NEPA Pizza Review. And don't forget, eat local and keep working on the craft.